Hi, my name is Steve Malt. Now, here's a book that I wrote, 14 years ago, and I have to say it's still having an impact. It's called How the Church Lost the Way. It's the first in my provocative titles. Some people get it wrong by saying How the Church Lost its Way, which is even more provocative. But if you analyze the actual, what it actually means, all it does is it's alluding to the original name of the church. The church, if you read Acts of the Apostles, the first set of believers were called the way. So what I'm now saying is how far away we have got from that original church. And that's the story of this book. Because it also says, how can it find it again? So it gives you the problems, and it starts to give you the solutions. In fact, the solutions, that actual aspect of the book sparked off a series of books that I'm still writing, and that's 13 years ago. It's sparked off a series of maybe 10, 11 books. It's such a big subject, but here you get the introduction. It goes into Greek thinking, particularly the influence of Plato on the early church and the medieval church, and how those sort of negative effects have filtered through to how we do things today and how we think about things as well. So it really is an eye-opening book. It was eye-opening for me when I wrote it. I did a lot of original research. I was prompted to write it by none other than David Pawson himself, who told me to write it. He actually even gave me the name of the book, one of his names, and I rejected that. And I just felt I wanted to call it what I actually called it. So maybe that's lost me a lot of sales, because sometimes when people give that book to their pastor or their leader, they just look at the title and they don't want to know. But persevere. If you really want to know what had gone wrong with the church in simple terms, then this is the book to start you off on the journey, as it did for me. So be blessed if you read this. So read this book.